Hi all, well, I'm Derek. I'm from Birmingham. I'm 30 years old. Been busy gardening. Was sorting all the garden out and that. The live feed on Facebook keeps cutting out. I don't know why, but I've got an iPhone 7 and it's a pain in the backside, so I think I'm going to have to get somebody to look at it. Mobile man in Northfield, I know him very well. So, Matt, so I'll get him to have a look at it. Yeah, gardening. Gardening's my passion. I love gardening. Digging the ground up, raking it all out, leveling it all out and make sure it's nice and level on that, and put some plants in. And I'm growing a strawberry plants. Yeah, some strawberries are slowly coming through. People all know me, obviously from school. If they saw my video, they'd know me straight away. And people from college as well. People from college, school and college as well. And people out of college as well, I know as well. Yeah, and people who I get on with, you know. And I hope England will do well. I think we've got a fair chance of winning the World Cup. I think we've got a fair chance, to be honest. If the players don't play like prats, and then we'll be alright, you know. But let's see what happens. Football is a funny game. Obviously, you know, football is a funny thing. Football's a funny thing anyway, so yeah. And when I was at college, I did a life skills course. I done maths, ICT, cookery, gardening. And yeah, we went to a place in Redditch and done gardening there. Gardening and horticulture is there. Some of you people might know it. Hillwell Grange in Redditch, which ain't far from the Redditch town centre. You've got the Redditch highway, and then you've got Tidy Big, and then you've got the Wacky Warehouse on the corner, and then further on you've got Hillwell Grange. Yeah, and then further on is the women's prison in Redditch, and that's where I've done my gardening course, and then I left Redditch, and then I went on to Matthew Bolton College. Did horticulture there again. Went to the Botanical Gardens. The tutor, Matt Young. He was a great teacher. A very great teacher, I tell you. He was very laid back. A good person to get on with. The only thing that was strict, very strict, was we had to wear steel boots at all times because it's health and safety. We had to use spades, forks. There's people using petrol mowers, trimmers, petrol trimmers. There's stuff that could land on their foot and hurt ourselves, so obviously it says steel boots at all times. It says also please wear gardening gloves as well, because there's a lot of stinging nettles, brambles, and there's also, if people didn't know, in the mud in your front or back garden or anywhere in the mud, there is things called mud wasps, which are very common. They can sting. They're a bit like a normal wasp, as people call them, wasps. They're like a normal wasp. They can sting and they can bite. If you get stung by them, you'll know about it. They're just cheap pieces of tat with wings. Yeah, apart from that. Plus I've done some voluntary work at Alan's Farm Association. If people live in Northfield, they may know the place. I went there for about 4 months. Did some organic gardening, normal gardening. I used a petrol strimmer, but they said we have to go through the health and safety with you, and obviously somebody has to be there with you when you use the machinery, because they can be dangerous. I said, well, fair enough. I used their equipment, and then the spades and forks, shears, and then about 4 weeks later I built a beehive up from scratch, and the beehive from this day is still standing. Yep. Me and a couple of people who I know from Rubery were there. They helped me build it all up and that. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'm not a real bad person, to be honest. I have my moments, but everybody has their moments now and again. There are ups and downs, and people can be little devils sometimes. But I used to be a little devil when I was little, but now I think, you know what, it's not worth it. I've quieted down a lot to what I used to be like. It's not worth it at the end of the day. And that, yeah. And when I left school in Bromsgrove, I've got some good qualifications, met some good friends. I still talk to 3 people till this day. Yeah. I did have a relationship when I left Rigby Hall. I left at 16. I went out with a girl. I won't say her name because of privacy reasons, but we lasted. Yeah, and then we started bickering and arguing and stuff, and we thought, right, well, fair's fair, call it a day, and that's the best way to be, really. If you're in a relationship, right, okay, right, people are in a relationship, fair enough. If people aren't happy, the worst thing you could do is cheat on the person, because a cheat is always a cheat. Once a cheat, always a cheat. And cheating on somebody is not clever, it's not nice. The best thing is to do, if you're not happy, just sit down with your girlfriend, partner, whatever. Sit down and talk about it, nice and calm, without using violence or foul language or anything like that, because stuff could escalate. If you're not happy, then just call it a day and say, hey, do you know what, let's call it a day. Call it a day, and that's wait until the dust settles. Give it about 5-6 weeks, and you'll find friendship will last a lot longer than a relationship sometimes. I know it's a weird thing to go through, I know it's strange, but yeah. While I was in school, done some work experiences. One was at Quick Save, cleaning shelves, stacking shelves, cleaning the floor, and stuff. Really enjoyed that. Then from there I went to the Bromsgrove fire station, cleaned the fire engines, cleaned the bays out, making the cups of teas and coffees for the firemen, and the fire ladies as well, and getting to know the fire crew, and getting to and they told me a bit about fire safety in a house and stuff. And then after that I've done Kennel Hand, Blue Cross at Bromsgrove. Yeah, it was good. Cleaning the kennels out, taking the dogs for walkies, and feeding cleaning their kennels out, feeding the animals and stuff, giving them the right food, the right medication. Cats, dogs, rabbits, and a rabbit giving me an evil look and thinking, what are you looking at? Thinking, charming, and that's from a rabbit. Hey, charming. Yeah. And then then I went on to Ecos Relish, obviously. I done the last course and all that. And then I left, and then I've done some jobs in between. Yeah, I worked at Gold and Black, delivering cards, the business cards, putting them through the letterbox. Funnily enough, my one brother was working there as well on the switch. Two brothers working for the firm until it went bust. And then I worked at the British Heart Foundation, cleaning furniture, carrying settees up and down stairs. That used to be a killer. Yeah, the old furniture, the tables and chairs, fridge freezers. The heaviest things I've ever carried was a washing machine. Jesus Christ, they weigh a ton. Jesus Christ, they are heavy if you don't know how to carry them properly. And at British Heart Foundation, I had to wear steel boots because it's health and safety. They says if you drop a chair on your foot, you're going to know about it. Whereas if you wear steel boots, you ain't going to feel the thing. The floor's going to feel it instead. Yeah, and then after that I went to the Annans Cross Association, done some gardening there, and then now I'm looking for voluntary work, obviously, and other stuff, helping me, my mate and stuff, and keeping in touch with people who I know and that. Gardening's keeping me busy at the moment. But obviously it keeps going cloudy and that. So yeah, so I think I've done the garden just before the weather does turn for the worst. And the thing I hated was the winter we had. Storm Emma. That was really bad, I'm telling you. I landed on my bum 6 times. Yeah, I've seen 8 gritting trucks on New Street in Frankly on Holly Hill. Seen a load of gritting trucks. One truck got stuck and it wouldn't start. This is the driver. Well, I won't repeat what the driver said, but you can imagine what he said. He says, right, he says, I'm going to have to phone the yard now. He says, I've broken down. That's all I need. Yeah, but like, where's that in a minute? Apart from that, not too bad. From school, I'd like to say hi to Matt Miles, Alistair Lamar, and Dominique Tolley, they are from school. They know who I am. From New College, Redditch. I'd like to say hi to Nicola Cook and Jess Cartledge and a few others. Yeah, and hi to all the blue nose people, everyone who I talk to on Facebook. They know who they are without me mentioning names. So, you know, but hey, yeah, I'm a blue nose. I think in 2 weeks' time we've got the Northfield Beach coming back. The UB40 tribute band are going to be there. Johnny Too Bad. They are a good band. I've seen them live. I think it was last year. They were absolutely awesome. Mitchell Joseph Thompson, aka Mickey Smith. Mitchell Joseph Thompson. I tell you, when he sings, it sounds just like Ali Campbell. I tell you. So I tell you, he does do a good concert. There's Kev on the trumpet, Stuart on the trombone, Skins on the drum kit. I can't think of the other lads. Yeah, but I'm a great UB40 fan. In case you was wondering what UB40 basically stands for, it stands for Unemployment Benefit Form 40. Since 1978 they have started. They've sold over 50 million records worldwide. And the old Hare and Hounds in King's Heath, that's when they had the very first gig. I think Ali or Robin Campbell, they had the snooker hall up in Oak. I think it's still there, I'm not sure. I've been up there for ages. I don't like Oak, I can't stand it. It's a bloody poo hole. So, you know. Yeah. And then 2008 UB40 has split up because of circumstances. Ali Campbell has gone with another dep band, which is basically still UB40, featuring Ali and Mickey and Astro, Terence Wilson, but his name's Astro. He sings Rat in the Kitchen. They're still going to this day. And also UB40 had done a gig with DURAN. They wouldn't think they'd do it well, but they did. I'll tell you, they done ever so well. I didn't think DURAN would sing and perform with UB40, to be honest with you. Yeah. Before I forget, people, in the UB40 tribute band, it's the one Asian guy who does the keyboard. He used to be in the band called Sting. Feels the Gold, Feels the Barley, yeah, that one. He's in the UB40 tribute band and he's the keyboard player. Yeah, so that's everybody up to date with the music. So I'm a bad person really. I'm hoping that I don't bore people to death with my video. Obviously I can't do like Facebook Live, but because my phone is playing up, but I'll do that as a normal video and then upload it and then do that way. It is obviously obvious that way. Boring Sunday tomorrow. I wish I had a barbecue actually, to be honest. Pity. Never mind. I'll have done me and my mum a barbecue. and that would pass Sunday by. A nice barbecue with a nice salad and that, instead of cooking. And also, I'm the type of person who can make animals out of marzipan. Elephants, giraffes, bears, anything. Yeah. Also, I can remember going to New College Redditch in 2004 and doing a catering course, level 1 with Peter Jones. I completed that course and passed with flying colours. Excuse me. I've done fresh cream cakes from scratch, and the cream horns. Did you know the cream horns you can get from Morrison's? You can make them from scratch. Lasagna from scratch. Shepherd's pie, cottage pie, they're easy to do. Just get the minced beef and do your own mashed potato, Bob's your uncle, in the oven. That's it, done. Sorted. So it's buying them frozen. Yeah. Yeah, and that's apart from that. I think this weather, so I've read up on Facebook, this weather is going to last until August. Yeah. And they said also we're going to have a very mild winter this year. We deserve it. I'll make the winter go a lot milder. Trust me. I'll make the winter go a hell of a lot a hell of a lot faster. Yeah, but it's the weather at the end of the day. The weather changes that many times. I'm getting sick to death of it. One day it's sun, and the next minute it's cloudy. You know, and that. But also a couple of years back, I think, I can remember in Franklin, I won't mention the road, something like that too, for obvious reasons. That road, I can't mention it, sorry, got flooded. It took 3 fire engines to pump the water away. Two fire engines from Northfield and 1 fire engine from Kings Norton. What was it? Half an hour later, a house caught fire in exactly the same area. Someone ran down to the firemen and told them, and they said, well, we'll deal with the house fire, or we'll leave the other crew to deal with the flood. Yeah, so they used all the water, what was flooding the road. They used the water from the flood to put the fire out, which is downside quicker. The high jet hose. Yeah, and that's it. And also, if you remember a person called Malcolm Norris Cole, Nosy Norris, read on the internet, he's not very well. The reason why that's why he hasn't been on Coronation Street for ages. He's had a heart attack and he's been in a coma. He's fitting well at the moment. He's trying to get better at the moment, but at the moment he says, I won't do Coronation Street at the moment. He says, I'm just trying to get he says, my health comes first. He says, me being nosy would have to go on hold for a bit, yeah, wait for a bit. So that's that really. I can remember the day trips I used to do as well. I used to go to Severn Ferry Railway in Kidderminster on the steam train. That was good. That was absolutely good. When I was in school, I went on holiday to the Malvern Hills in Worcester, the Great Malvern. We went round there for a week. It was quite nice. Okay, it cost 300 and some odd quid for the trip, but it was worth it. Yeah, and then we went to, and that's that really. Yeah, so I'll let you go. I'll let you all go in there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ta-da!